what's up YouTubers, it's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with a video game review. And for today, and this one I wanted to do, but obviously it took longer because of stuff sort of happening and all that stuff, and that would be a look at Sniper Elite 4 for the PS4, also on Xbox One, I believe PC, I'll have to double check, but I believe it's also available to there as well. Now, I'll be honest with you though, there are certain games out there that for me I often view as a lot of sort of like a guilty pleasure, you know, like niche games or unique games that are sort of different that are different and are outside of, you know, the mainstream AAA type of games. Some Japanese titles are good examples, certain indies and niche games, and for me the Sniper Elite series kind of fits that in as well. And I really didn't get into the series until the third one came out a bit though. I tried version 2, that was released at the time on the Wii U, and while it was a neat idea though, and while it was somewhat of a fun game, but I think one of the big things that held it back, at least the way I see it though, was they didn't add any of the DLCs from the other versions of Sniper Elite version 2, and that kind of made it the sort of the inferior version to get though compared to the other versions. So that was the case. That was that on that one. But what really started me to get, but eventually I got Sniper Elite 3, and that was a fun game to enjoy though. And then of course the spin-off, which is the ultimate guilty pleasure to me, Zombie Army Trilogy though. I think I made that, I think that was number 10 on my 2015 list, but either way, that was a fun game as well. So is Sniper Elite 4 a fun game? In my opinion, yes, even if there are, you know, two little hiccups I could come up with that I thought that hold it back from being perfect in any way. So we'll get started with the pros and cons. So we'll start first with the pros. If you want to see some gameplay footage of me playing Sniper Elite 4, I do have a link in the description though, or you can check out one of the cards up on the screen if you want to check out some gameplay footage of me playing Sniper Elite 4. Alright, so why don't we get started with the pros. And the first one is the open world sandbox. Now, I won't go far and say that this is going to be open world like Grand Theft Auto or Mercenaries in a way, but it does feel like an open world type game. There are certain things to hunt, like hidden goodies or hidden, you know, like files and all, to certain side missions that are available to like take hunting or shooting down statues. But in either case, the game definitely has a open world feel more than say possibly maybe some of the past Sniper Elite games that I've played in the past though, or way more open world than say this one right here too. So using this as an example. But in either case, I love the open world sandbox feel that they added to Sniper Elite 4. The next one, of course, is the solid gameplay, and it is very fun though. I mean, outside the fact you have, you know, your easy, medium, hard, you also have your you can customize the difficulty to even whether gravity or wind plays a part. But overall, it is a solid. It's like it's a standard third-person shooter. Interestingly enough, stealth is rely heavily. After all, this is a Sniper Elite series. But even if you get caught by the enemy, it's not game over. It's mostly it basically says cover blown, and you have to sort of either run away and hide from the enemies or confront them. But in either case, though, it's a solid, fun third-person shooter though. The stealth and of course the sniping is the main attraction to it, but it's definitely, the gameplay is solid and it is there. And last but not least, of course, is the trademark kill camera. One of the most obvious things for the Sniper Elite series though, the famous, you know, when you target the enemy's body, you shoot them and the bullet goes flying and it takes out, you know, you see that gruesome kill cam of where the bullet hit. One gruesome kill cam that, if you could pull it off, which is both obviously a little bit disturbing but also interesting, is the groin shot though, and I was able to perform some in the gameplay footage, so you could check that out. But in either case, the trademark kill cam excuse me, is still there, and that is good though. So So I'm glad that they, as always, that trademark. So that is definitely good. All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and when we come back, we will get to part 2 of our video, which is the cons, though. Only 2 cons I could think of, though. I also want to point out I haven't tried the multiplayer mode. This is based off the single-player experience, though. But, again, we'll take a little break, and we will be right back. Okay, and we are back with part 2 of our review. Now that I gave you the pros, I'm going to give you the cons. And for me, and again, this is my opinion alone, I could really only come up with 2 cons for Sniper Elite 4. And that is, we'll start with the first one though, and that is first the visuals. Visually, I will say the game still looks good. I mean, it looks impressive, and it looks like a good, looking PS4 game, though. That said, compared to, say, games like Horizon Zero Dawn that recently came out, I have to say it didn't blow me away. I mean, it's not terrible looking, but between Horizon Zero Dawn and Sniper Elite 4, I have to say Sniper Elite 4 is probably the better looking game than I mean Horizon Zero Dawn, my bad, I got that tongue twister there. Horizon Zero Dawn is more than likely, in my opinion, the better looking game that Sniper Elite 4 is. Again, like I said before, not a terrible looking game. It just doesn't look as impressive as, like I said, Horizon Zero Dawn. And the last con I could think of is story-wise. The story is good, though. It has that World War II theme, and that's one of my favorite part of, world history to study. I love studying the history of World War II, though. So the story is good, but, and this is a but, I have to say that I think Zombie Army Trilogy story was a bit better. I guess mostly because I like that grindhouse Quentin Tarantino feel that Zombie Army Trilogy had, though. And I mean, again, I know both stories are different. I mean, Zombie Army Trilogy is, is not based on, doesn't recreate World War II the way Sniper Elite 4 does, though. I mean, it's World War II with Nazis, though. But I just feel Zombie Army Trilogy, with the story, and just had a more guilty pleasure atmosphere than Sniper Elite 4 did. Again, I'm not saying Sniper Elite 4's story is terrible or awful or bad or anything. It's just that between the 2 stories, I have to say Zombie Army Trilogy story, in my opinion, it's probably better than the Sniper Elite 4 is. That said, overall, I did have fun with Sniper Elite 4, though, as you could probably tell, though. I like the fact it's a solid, fun, third-person shooter that focuses a lot on, the sniping part, though. The trademark kill camera is still there, which is nice, though, and I just feel I enjoyed this more than I would with, say, any Call of Duty game that has come out there. I just have more fun with those kind of games. It's, to me, like Zombie Army Trilogy, it's a guilty pleasure type of a game, and I really, really like those type of games more than I won't say let me correct that. I won't say all AAA games are bad. There are good AAA games, but like I said earlier when I started this video, every once in a while there comes sort of that unique niche game or that guilty pleasure type of a game that you sometimes feels like this is better than a lot of the AAA games that come out, and I feel that Sniper Elite 4 in a way sort of comes out like that for me, though. So overall, if you're a fan of the other Sniper Elite games, then I would recommend Sniper Elite 4, though. Like I said, story may not be as good as, say, as Zombie Army Trilogy from my perspective, but it's still entertaining nevertheless. So it's definitely a recommendation for me. Recommendation if you're a fan of the Sniper Elite games or if you've never tried any of them before. And if you haven't, I would say give it a shot, though. Okay, this concludes my review of Sniper Elite 4. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Excuse me. And again, these are my opinion, but what are yours? Have you picked up Sniper Elite 4 yet? Have you enjoyed it? Have you hated it, though? Have you not picked it up because of, Horizon Zero Dawn and Nintendo Switch and the Breath of the Wild coming out? Are you planning to get it? Are you planning to not get it? Were you a fan of the series? Are you not a fan of the series? As always, sound off on the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And I hope you hit that like button as well. And I do hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, feel free if you want to donate to my channel if you like. You could do it through PayPal me, or you could do it through Patreon. I have a link in the description of this video. You could check that out. Also, feel free to share this video if you want to. So, that's right. Anyway, this concludes my video review of Sniper Elite 4. It's evening in Southern California. I gotta reset my clock. Daylight savings time begins, so I don't want to be late for work tomorrow. But anyway, I will see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that will be soon. Until then, from Southern California, I wish you all a good evening. Bye!